Welcome back. Now it's time to kick it on over to our on-the-spot correspondents for their review. Check it out.
Welcome back to On the Spot. My name is Jenna.
My name is Saachi.
And today we will be reviewing Blue Jay. Check out the trailer.
Jim?
Hi, Amanda. Tell me about your husband.
Really?
Yeah.
You're not married, huh?
No. Married to the work.
Married to the drywall
Married
work.
to the work. I'm trying to get through this coffee. This coffee is terrible.
The famous lovebirds, you're still together.
What's next for you?
I haven't got it all figured out.
I kind of want to see your house.
Sorry. It's all here.
This is amazing. It's like a time capsule.
Amanda,
What?
would you like to have some fun tonight?
Honey, I'm home.
Hi, sweetheart.
Look at this meal. You made all this?
Well.
Nope.
She jealous.
Never really been like it was with us.
It's almost like I don't know who that person was.
I remember her really well.
Things are just kind of changing now. I should be happy.
Do you trust me?
Well, now I'm scared. What are you gonna do?
Dibs on the cream Benz, all black interior. Chrome on the dashboard, boy, y'all inferior. Fast lifestyle, fly boy, America. She asked could she ride, and I said more the merrier.
We weren't very cool.
No, we were deeply
All right, so you watched this movie a little bit ago. This is your second time around. This is my first time around. So what were some of your first impressions of this movie?
I honestly, the first time I saw it, I was very interested to see that one, everything was in black and white,
Right.
and two, it was solely a relationship between two people that was captured. We don't see any other characters necessarily. Like, I thought that it was interesting, like, you know, how much can a plot develop in itself. And the second time I watched it, I actually noticed far more than I did initially, just about their relationship and why things were the way they were, and it was interesting. What was your first impression of it?
Right, well, I thought the same thing. I mean, obviously, right away you see that it's black and white, so like that's your first thing. You're like, all right, this is like an artsy movie. Where are they gonna go with this? But it's definitely interesting that really there's only 3 actors in this film. We got Wayne, best character of the movie, but you have this relationship between these two people, and I love the way that the plot develops without them really sharing anything about their history, and it kind of unfolds as you go throughout it. So in the beginning you're like, oh, this is so cringy and awkward. Like, the way that they capture their interactions after not seeing each other for 20 years and having this like deep history with one another, I think was really great. And to talk a little bit about the writing, like, I thought the dialogue was super like real, and I thought that what they were saying is stuff that would actually be said in that kind of like weird, awkward situation. But it definitely gets weirder.
Definitely, yeah. And in that weirdo, like, I think I've never seen a film where a relationship between two people is like highlighted so much and the nuances of it. And there is this like tragic undertone to it throughout, you know? And the film kind of in itself questions love, and you know, is it always good to kind of follow your heart, or like you know, follow what makes sense to you. And I feel like a big part of this film, because it's shot in a cabin and like they're so away from the rest of the world, you are like, yeah, I love it and I love their dynamic, and you know, they're so cute together, whatever. But then you realize that maybe passion isn't always everything, and we realize that through the behavioral patterns of both of them. And that is something I definitely noticed in the second time I watched it, yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I think that when you start to understand some of the problems, like in the beginning it's very cute. It's like, why did they break up? You're kind of wondering that throughout the whole film. And you start to understand some of the problems like throughout their characterization. Like, oh my god, what is the guy's name? Jim. Jim presents like a really interesting masculinity throughout, and I think that like we talked a little bit about the dynamic between the two characters, how Sarah Paulson's character is off doing well in her life, and it seems like she has this great, wonderful last 20 years to talk about, and he hasn't really done much, so he's not kind of up to par with her, even like career-wise. And then even you see later, like with his emotionality, like he's a crier, he cries, and she's like more cold and stoic about this kind of stuff. So like I think that dynamic was really interesting as well. And it also shows at the end, like you kind of get the answer to like why did they break up question, which is like it's so nice and like easy for them to escape into this like little weird acting world that they have, and it's because they both aren't exactly happy in their lives. But yeah, I thought that was really interesting.
Yeah, and I think what's beautiful about it is you see her from a different background now, and like how she's changed over the years, and you see him kind of still stuck in this sort of somber state and this like expectant state. And then you realize that both of them are actually in the same place in their lives, just in different like, contexts.
Right.
But both of them still belong to the same feeling, but they just cannot like meet. And that's what's interesting about it, yeah.
All right, yeah. So thanks so much for watching On the Spot. We'll catch you guys next time. Back to the studio.
Well, that's all for this week. If you want to follow more Review Crew content, go to the Review Crew Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok, as well as Orange TV Network on Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat, Instagram, and YouTube.
Find the Review Crew's podcast on Spotify or on our website at orangetvnetwork.syr.edu, where you can also find our blog and more OTN information.
See you next week.